Welcome to GhostClash Gaming. So in this video we're going to be taking a look at the PS4 version of World of Tanks. So I have a friend that's obsessed with this game and he's constantly telling me about it, so I figured I'd give it a shot and let you guys all in on what I thought about the game. So let's get started, shall we? So here's the different game modes. You can play PvP, you can play World Tanks Attack, minigame, and you can select your own server. And here you can see the same kind of thing. You can play multiplayer or platoon, where you can invite 4 of your friends to play together. You can do some training, or you can go to the proving grounds where you can fight AI opponents. So they have a pretty good mix here to get you started. Alright, and here you can see my garage. So basically this is where you hold your tanks, and you can upgrade them and buy new tanks. There's a ton of different tanks. Right now I have just the American tanks. I have a few more since I've recorded these clips, but basically you have light tanks, which are really good at fast movement, medium tanks, and heavy tanks. I haven't gotten any heavy tanks, so I can't tell you exactly how good they are, but I really like the light tanks myself, because you can move quickly. You're kind of like a spotter. You have really light armor though, so you don't want to get hit too often. So let's get into the meat of this game. Anyways, I'm going to show you some of my tank battles. Alright, so you can see one of my first battles here. I'm using the light tank. I like the camouflage, the purple camouflage on it. But anyways, I'm there. I spot somebody. You can zoom in like that and get a sniper shot. It gets kind of like a sniper shot on them. There I am, hitting them pretty good. You basically have to penetrate their armor. So you have like armor-piercing rounds. You can buy different kinds of rounds for your tank. That sort of thing. This one's just a basic tank. It's one of the first tanks you start out with. So I'm being shot at, so I try to flee. As you can see, this tank moves fairly quickly. I mean, for a tank, right? I mean, they're not known as the fleetest of things. And so I'm trying to take cover here because I'm getting shot at pretty good. And then what I should have done is just stayed in that building like that. But anyways, I end up getting destroyed like a noob. So there you go. So once you're destroyed, you can check out what your teammates are doing, or you can go back to the garage. So sometimes I just watch the game and try to learn off of what they're doing, see what kind of tactics they're using with their tanks, that kind of thing. So what did I like and what didn't I like in the initial phases? So my likes are, I really enjoy the strategy. There's a lot of strategy that can take place here. Like you can see in this clip here where we're taking the high ground and trying to search for foes. There's different kinds of tanks, so you have some that are scouts and some that are just heavy and with big armor and things like that. Like right there, taking out somebody, but there's like 3 of us up there, kind of taking the high ground and trying to find their scouts and trying to take them out. So there's a lot of stuff that you could be doing. You can use the voice chat. You can call out on the map for reinforcements, that sort of thing. You can see in the bottom left hand corner right there where it says detected, meaning that somebody has detected an enemy, and it'll show on the map. So there's a lot of different strategy. It's really great for that. So if you like that sort of thing, then this game is perfect for you. 2, I like the history and the stats, although it is a dislike of mine as well, but I'll get into that in a second. But the history and the stats, if you like World War II and tanks and looking at their tread speeds and what kind of shells they can use, that sort of thing, then this game is perfect for you as well. I mean, it's got a lot of that, and it's got a ton of tanks. I mean, it's got to be well over 100 tanks, I'm thinking, because there's from different countries. You can use Russian tanks, you can use American tanks, Chinese tanks, and each one has their own pluses and minuses to it. The third thing I liked is the varied maps. There's a lot of different maps that you can play on, and that to me keeps the interest up. I'm hoping at some point they'll release even more maps when I'm getting bored of these ones, but those are my basic likes. Those are the things I like the best about this game. My dislikes, I found the controls, and this might just be me because I'm kind of new to it, a little bit wonky. Like I found it hard to maneuver my tank around. Sometimes it was kind of frustrating, especially when I was trying to get out of fire to move my tank around the reticle. I found trying to target sometimes with target the enemy tanks a little bit hard. Like right here, I can see him clearly on my screen, but then when I try to zoom in on him, it just ends up you know, wonkying around like that. I don't know. Is wonkying even a word? I don't know. My other dislike is the stats and the history, just because like a lot of the tanks aren't really named, and I'm sure that's probably like their official name, like T20 or something like that. But it makes it hard for me to really grasp what the tank is. Like if they had names, I might be able to associate it better with the tank. But overall, I mean, I can't complain. If those were the official names of the tanks back in the day, then, you know, I guess that's why they'd want to keep them. You can also see on the left-hand side of the screen there, where they have the tank, and it's showing like where, you know, when you move your tank, the tank actually moves on the screen. You can target the enemy's treads, for instance, so that it'll slow them down or immobilize them altogether. So yeah, like I said, there's a lot of strategy that can be used, and this game's really great for that. So it makes it a lot of fun. So you might be wondering, does this game cost any money to play? And the answer is yes and no. No, you can play the game without spending any money. You earn silver and experience, which you can then use to upgrade your tanks with. It's going to take a long time to get to the top tier tanks. So as you can see here, you have the gold, the silver, 3 silver or 1 gold. So you can use gold, which is what you would purchase for real money. Here you can see like silver, 600,000, 300,000 silver to get some of those things. And right now I have 18,000. So it'll take me a while. But you can do it, so you don't have to spend any real money if you don't want to. I do think that there's some premium tanks that you can only get by spending real money, and that if you spend real money, you can also get more experience and more silver per battle. So you can boost yourself up that way as well. But you don't have to, and you can, you know, buy the decals here. There's emblems, inscriptions. There's lots of things that you can upgrade your tank with. So here's a really quick example of what I'm talking about with all the tanks. So you can see look how many tanks there are. There's different nations with different tanks. You can look at all their stats right here with their characteristics and, you know, turret armor and standard, you know, all that kind of stuff. So there's a lot to do, a lot to look at in this game for sure. So bottom line, do I recommend this game? I would say yes. If you like first-person shooters, you like strategy, if you like history, if you like stats, this game is for you. You should definitely grab it. It's free. You're not going to have to spend any money on it. It's a great game. It's got some good graphics. Controls might be a little wonky, but I'm sure you can get used to them. So, or they'll be improved. I don't know. Or it might just be that my tanks aren't all that good because they're just beginner level tanks. So maybe they're supposed to be wonky. I don't know. But definitely worth picking up this game. So if you do try out this game or you already have it, leave it in the description. Tell me what you thought. What do you think? Do you agree with me? Is this a good game? Would you recommend it? Let me know why. So have a great one. Thanks for watching. Take care and cheers.